You know, was guys in there slanging and banging, was the old style boxing, taekwondo, karate styles. You've seen those styles. But then when the Gracies came through, the Gracies are, you know, probably the biggest and most popular Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys ever in the world. They brought it to America, everything like that. You know, Gracie was about 140, 150 pounds and was choking out dudes that were 250, stacked full of muscle. But that's when the sport really started to evolve. People were like, what the hell just happened? And so it just shows you how effective that can be, man. You can't just be an awesome kickboxer. You got to be well-rounded. And I think he's right. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu is the most powerful. If you're not well-rounded in that, guy named Kevin Holland, big fight win streak last year. He was the fighter of the year, knocking people out. Last 2 fights, they figured it out. It was very simple. Snatch a leg, put him down, and then that was it. So, yeah, I would agree with him on that. So,
man, I'm just getting lost. Curtis is doing a great job.
I'm trying not to, boys.
No, dude, you're doing a great job. I want to say you're doing a great job. My brother Curtis, for anybody who wants to know, he's been good at everything his entire life, and I've had to chase him in every aspect of life. No. He's just great at everything. Great talker.
Lying to you guys.
I never lie. Okay? I never lie. I just give the truth that I know in my head.
Yeah. No doubt.
So I got one last question, and you kind of answered it when you compared him to a guy. I wanted to know who is your favorite MMA fighter to watch.
I mean,
that's a question.
It's a good one.
There's a few of them right now.
Well,
my favorite
go ahead.
My favorite fighter to watch right now is probably Sugar Sean O'Malley. I mean, flashy strikers. That's what I like. You know, there is an art to like wrestling and jiu-jitsu and watching that. You know, if they do something, but sometimes people can be boring. Just lay on it, try to win a decision, and that's boring. But right now, I think Sugar Sean's the man. He has flashy strikes, knocking people out. He's good on the mic. I mean, that's my guy. Kevin Holland was that. I know he mentioned him. I mean, he's a fun guy, but
he'll talk to you the whole fights.
Yeah, he'll talk to you the whole fight. But the last 2 fights, he got laid on by a wrestler. You know, went to decision, lost it.
Yes.
So that's my guy.
Yeah, Sugar Sean O'Malley. If you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with him, he came off of Dana White's Contender Series probably a good 3-4 years ago. So that's just a thing that, you know, we're trying to push Jamie to as a specimen, as he is, all hard work he's put in for mixed martial arts. That's what we're really trying to push, is get him to a Dana White's Contender Series. And what that is usually once a week on a Tuesday or something like that. They bring in these guys like him, and face them up against other top talent guys. And you may get a contract, you may not. Sugar Sean came off of that with a great win. He does some crafty stuff. It's an entertainment, guys. It's sports entertainment. He's an entertaining guy. He's tatted up. He's got the clown hair, different colors. He talks to smack. He's real skinny looking, but you can't judge a book by its cover when it comes to mixed martial arts. All it takes is to put it on the chin. Israel Adesanya is a really good one too. Israel Adesanya had what did he go, 80-0 in kickboxing or something? 80-0 in kickboxing. He thought that transition was going to be hard. Sleeping guys. So he's very entertaining, man. There's a whole list of them all the way down to the smaller guys, you know, and so it just keeps evolving with all these platforms, different promotions. We're starting to see guys all across the world come in here and make a difference. And so you can see that next generation coming in just a little bit better. You know, these generations that come in are getting better and better and better. So a lot of good guys, no doubt, but those two are real fun and crafty guys, and they're really good at it. So I'd agree with O'Malley and Adesanya.
That's my next question was kind of going to piggyback off of that. And my question was going to be, what are some good fighters to watch for someone who's new to UFC/MMA, like myself? Like, I know who some of these guys are. You know, I see highlight videos on Facebook, you know, the top 10 knockouts of the last 10 years. But like, if somebody's really looking to be like, oh, I really like this is something that I find super entertaining, like, who would be some like good fighters for them to watch to kind of get familiar with the sport and what it's all about?
Yeah, good question. So if you're a casual, you know, we call them casuals, you know, we love it. You know, the sport's making, it's the fastest growing sport in the world. And so if you're a casual guy and you're looking for some entertainment, you're looking at a Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier 3 in July, Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori 2. That's coming up here soon. You know, a Nick Diaz is coming back. The Diaz brothers are entertaining. Michael Chandler
next weekend.
There's big fights. To say That's a tough one, man. You're probably looking for entertainment, right? Because it's just like if you guys are watching baseball. So Jamie, being this guy, might be like, this is so boring, man. I can't watch it. But you guys are watching the art of the pitches and how he's cutting the plate, and the things they're doing, man. And it's super cool. And so, as a casual to get into it, to get you excited, I would say some of these big pay-per-views that are coming up: Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Israel Adesanya, Francis Ngannou, the big heavyweight, the biggest, scariest guy in the world. Those are things you want to watch because that's stuff that'll give you chills in your body, man. It'll almost make you do it. It's like watching a game winner, man. It's like watching Jalen Suggs pull up and hit that, but it's just like that feeling is insane. So definitely start with some big fights, tune into those, get some friends together on a Saturday, start grilling, have some drinks or whatever you guys want to do. And there's some big pay-per-views coming up, and we'll touch base on that a little bit. But yeah, Francis Ngannou, Israel Adesanya, Sean O'Malley, Dustin and Conor again. Those are fights that you want to really watch as you're starting to learn.
Rose Namajunas. I mean, don't sleep on the female fighters because they got some good ones. If a couple weekends ago, Rose Namajunas, these girls are sleeping. I mean, sleeping other females. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see the sport grow, like how fast it is, because these females can fight just like the men. They're throwing hands better than the men. They're throwing head kicks, submissions. It's crazy. It's impressive.
Dude,
it's awesome to watch.
I've always thought the girls are more savage than the men. Like when I've watched it,
they can be.
I've always been like, dude, that girl is literally bleeding from her eyelids. What is going on over there?
Broken nose. I'm telling you, they start throwing.
Yeah, dude. And sometimes, man, he was talking about Rose Namajunas. She calls herself Thug Rose. She's one of the most beautiful girls in the world, but she goes she goes buzz cut, man, and she's Thug Rose, man, and she's a killer. And there's other times where they don't have the power to knock each other out, so they are just beating the hell out of each other, man.
Yeah.
Got eggs on the side of their head, big old welts and stuff like that. And so, it's the girls, you cannot sleep on those girls. There's no doubt. So, yeah.
I think I saw last week that Dana White said that Amanda Nunes would beat Jake Paul in a fight.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hands down. Amanda's the GOAT, by the way. Of women's MMA, I say Amanda Nunes is the best women's fighter ever.
I mean, wait, is that gigantic one?
Nope, that was Chris Cyborg, the one with the tats and muscles. She knocked her out.
Oh my God.
She knocked her out probably a year or two ago. First round, they started dirty boxing, and she put the hands on her. So it's not all about what you look like. When we were talking about Sean O'Malley, he's a skinnier guy with this long hair. You're like, no way, until you get in there. And then there's that mental, and then there's that skill backing that up.
Nunez was the one that knocked out Ronda Rousey too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yep. She head kicked Holly Holm, who is one of the best kickboxers ever as a woman.
She knocks out everybody. Anybody she gets in the ring with, she knocks them out.
So exciting women fight too. It's getting diverse. With the women though, you're gonna see it's a lot smaller selection of women fighters because your weight classes. With the men, you go all the way up to heavyweight. And these girls, the cutoff really is 45 or 155 pounds. So you're not going to get the output from the women. You're not going to get that, but just smaller, 115, 125, 135, and a little 145. There's not many girls that are that big that are fighting. So, but yes, best in the world, Amanda Nunes, no doubt. And I've been wanting to say that on a podcast for a very long time. It's been killing me. So
you're welcome.
Hey, appreciate it, doggy. Appreciate it.
All right. So my last question is for Jamie. Curtis, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but my question for you was, what is your biggest goal for your fighting career?
Man, I mean, every fighter's goal is to make it to the UFC. I would say that's probably my goal. But really, I mean, there's so many good promotions now. Back in the day, like he said, it started in 1993. There was only UFC. Now there's UFC. There's smaller promotions, but the skill level is still just as high. But there's Bellator, there's ONE FC, there's PFL, which is Professional Fighters League. There's so many good promotions, and they're all paying well, But anywhere that just gets me, exposed. I just want the world to see my fighting style, really.
Right.
I'd say that like in all my fights, I don't like to wrestle. I can do it all, I think. But I try to excite. I think my fighting style is exciting. I go to knock people out. really don't go to submit them. But if it presents itself, it will. It'll come. But I'm exciting. I don't like to. I don't like that wrestling stuff.
That's what makes, that's sports entertainment. Once again, why do you tune in to watch Connor? It's entertaining, and you never know what you're going to see. And with Jamie, his athletic ability and his speed and his power and his technique is second to none in my eyes. So yeah, to his point, it was the UFC for a long time, guys. There's only 500 fighters. How many people are fighting in the whole entire world? That's a small platform. It's a small window to get in there. So it goes UFC, and then it goes Bellator. Is probably the second biggest one. They're paying guys really, really well. You see guys leaving the UFC to go to Bellator, to make more money, to get more title fights, to be put into tournaments to make $1 million if they win the tournament. PFL, that's another one that's paying really good. There's bare knuckle boxing that, Paige Van Zandt, if you guys know who Paige Van Zandt is. Very pretty, very pretty. Yeah, see? Yeah. So she went to bare knuckle, man. I can't believe she did that with that gorgeous, I'm like, holy crap. But she's making great money there. And that was the first thing she said. I left for money. So it's awesome to see real sports coming, because Jamie can go anywhere and make money and make himself known and build a career and build a life for him and his family in the future. And so that's a great thing. I honestly really wanted to bring that point up. It's not just UFC. You can get paid just as much, if not more, in a lot of these organizations. So
that's interesting. That's something you kind of don't really see across a lot of professional sports. It's the NFL, it's the NBA, it's Major League Baseball, it's the NHL. It's not a lot of, you have UFC, Bellator, PFL, having all those different professional organizations. That's something that really kind of sets, mixed martial arts apart from other major professional sports, is that there's, different leagues to get into. And that's interesting. And all this discussion that we've had, I think I might have to tune in on Friday night and see what Jamie's all about. And I catch the fight.
You won't be disappointed, I promise.
Please do tune in, guys. Cage Aggression.
When you make it big, you can say your first appearance was on the Wisco Fanatics show. And then
giving you the shout out.
Hell yeah.
If you end up in UFC, you got to get right next to your big tattoo that you have right here. You got to get the Wisco Fanatics logo right below it.
Yeah. Hey.
I'll do it if you do it.
You got to get his name tattooed on
lifetime sponsorship.
Yeah. Yup, no doubt, guys.
Oh man!
All right, well, Curtis, we're looking forward to having you again every Wednesday, every first Wednesday of every month. And Jamie, it's cool having you on. To give us kind of obviously, Curtis, you mentioned that you've done some fights, but I mean, having a professional fighter that's getting into this business is a cool thing to have, to be able to kind of ask you questions about it and stuff. So I would always welcome you back anytime you're available to fit it into your schedule. So I like having you guys in.
Appreciate you guys having me. It was a great time.
Hey, you're on Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Hey, when you go back out there, you gotta drag my buddy Jason to come on with you next time, though. All right?
I'll try.
We're all hey, you're strong enough. Jason's a little guy. You can just drag him right over.
Yeah, Jason is Curtis's size.
I've seen him in a headlock. He doesn't move very much.
Hey, Jason's always like, "Hey, I need to get out there and work out more." I'm like, "Now I'm gonna send Jamie on you, man." And carrying on the shoulders. So, no, we really appreciate it, guys. We'll kind of next time I'm on, we'll talk, what happened beforehand, and then, what's coming up. We'll dig a little deeper in. I want to inform people what's going on and make it as easy as possible and make it fun, guys. Like I said, this is our first time, so we really appreciate it, and hopefully we keep getting better, just like you guys have, and keep up the good work. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir.
Right, guys, take care.
Hey, good luck, man.